And then, yeah, that's a snake. That's a boa. We were driving down the road, and can you see here how it's kind of red? The Maasai had already gotten to it and killed it, but we couldn't resist, you know, kind of looking at it and playing with it and stuff. So it was dead, thank goodness. I wouldn't have gotten out of the truck had it not been dead. And that's just a little Maasai boy. Isn't he cute? Actually, it might be a girl. I think maybe it is a girl. It's hard to tell because the girls do shave their heads, so not 100% sure. And I put that last because I made this PowerPoint for my church, and I said that's just a reminder why we do the things we do, why we go and we help and we raise money and we build churches and have wells for water, because they deserve as pleasant a life as we have, don't they? So that's that part of Tanzania. Oh, I thought that was my last one. This was a sad old lady, and she probably isn't that old. She's probably about 50. She's probably my age. But they lived such a hard life that they age quite a bit. And that was, she wanted me to come in and look in her house and see that's everything in the world that she owns. Okay. And another old lady. And then he was our leader on our trip, and that gentleman was the village leader. So Paul gave a little speech about, you know, together we can make a difference. And what Paul is wearing is a typical Maasai robe. And that's it. Okay. So, on to Ethiopia. How do we switch over? Any questions about that?
Yeah, like HDMI. This is Boerigter. How much were the goats that you purchased?
Oh gosh. Not much, like $10 maybe. But that made a lot of difference to those people. Is it on? Okay, I know it's not. Okay, in Ethiopia, this is the building I lived in. I lived on the 5th floor, kind of in the middle of town. I lived in the main city called Addis Ababa. Okay, cool statue of a lion there because Haile Selassie was the king for a long time of Ethiopia, and they believed he came from the same line as Jesus. All right, and then this was my classroom. This round building, it's called a tuko, and that's where I taught. And you know, sometimes when you guys think, oh, I don't have enough supplies or the school doesn't give me enough, well, we ran out of paper in April, and we ran out of paper. So we had May and June to get through with what we could do. This is just, you can see that the ladies wear this kind of outfit, and it's just a bunch of ladies walking down the street. Old cars, as you can see, trying to get out of the way so everybody can see. We could not afford a car there. In fact, you know, I talked to you about Saudi Arabia, right? With the company that I worked for in Saudi Arabia, the amount they gave my husband and I to take our vacation was the entire amount that we were paid to work in Ethiopia. So do you get that? Just our vacation money from Saudi Arabia was our entire salary in Ethiopia. We were basically missionaries. Okay, we did go on several trips. This trip was called Awash, and it was a national park. And this hotel was built right on the cliff of a nice valley. And when we pulled up there, the day when we were camping, we pulled up and we arrived in the evening, and our headlights went across a pride of lionesses. And I'm like, okay, we're going to camp out, and there's lions around here. And there were warthogs, and there were baboons, and there were monkeys, and it was very interesting. Okay, on this same trip, we went to a hot springs, and that's me looking goofy, but it was a natural hot springs, nice and warm. Ethiopia has, I don't even know how many tribes. I asked my husband this morning, how many tribes in Ethiopia? And he said, I can't even begin to think. The national language was Amhara from the Amharic tribe, and but there were many, many tribes, and they did not always get along. So when we went on vacation and traveling around the country, do you see what this gentleman has? Can you tell? It's not a stick. It's a gun. We had to have an armed guard come with us. And actually, when we were at this hot springs, some of the people from the local tribe came, and they started, like, I don't know if they were coconuts or what, but they started lobbing things at us. And boy, because he was kind of relaxing, and he sat right up, and then we just decided, I think it's time to go. So we left. This is, we went to a crater lake from a volcano. So we're up looking down into the crater. Kind of cool. And let's see. I realized my husband and I were terrible picture takers because I have very few pictures of Ethiopia. Okay, we did go to another place that we went. It's the third most important city in Islam. It's called Harar, and it is in Ethiopia. And it's a walled city. Can't really see. But this is, you can imagine. I mean, it's Africa. There's not, that's it. This was like a very important city. Come up here. And that was a home there. And we actually, this is another, that gentleman with us was, he's Ethiopian, and he would come over and tutor my husband in Amharic. And then this is like their local market. Doesn't look like much, does it? No. And here, some more buildings in that town. You think we have it good here in the United States? Another building. Okay. I think I better get on to Kilimanjaro. Oh, I did want to show you this one. You remember I lived on the 5th floor of that tall building? Well, this was just like 2 blocks away, walking on my walk to church. That's the capital. This is the capital city, and there's animals and everything. Our capital cities don't look like this, do they? No. Okay.